Welcome to New Bedford, Massachusetts, one of the richest fishing ports in the world, and also the center of manufacturing for a lot of the suppliers in the marine equipment business. We'd like to take you to Schaefer Marine today and show you how we go about manufacturing products, our design process, our quality control, and a tour of our factory. Schaefer's factory has been manufacturing marine hardware since 1967. Over the years, we've established a reputation for innovation, quality, and customer service.
Hi, I'm Steve Matchett, Director of Sales and Marketing here at Schaefer Marine.
And I'm Will Donaldson, General Manager at Schaefer Marine.
It's always amazing to me when I talk to our customers directly how many ideas I'm given to bring back here to Schaefer. Will, can you take us through the steps of how we actually take an idea all the way through?
Sure. Well, once we get our ideas in-house, the first thing we have to do is make a computer model in our SolidWorks program. And then from there we can take it and make a prototype. We can either make a prototype in our shop here, or we can get a 3D printed prototype made. Here's an example of a 3D printed prototype we had made. This is our opening pre-feeder. It's something we can touch and feel in our hands and do some actual testing on. The next step, if we're happy with it, we make any changes we want to, and we'll move to the production prototype stage, and then right into production in our factory. We do the same process for a number of products, and we can actually test the functioning of them in the 3D printed models, such as our ratchet block, which went through several iterations and testing, and we made some changes, and then we went to our final edition until we were happy with the product and we could bring it to our customers.
It's a great process. I wonder if we can go out to the shop now and see how some of our products are made.
Sure, let's go. Because we make over 2,200 finished goods here out of over 12,000 components, we require not only state-of-the-art machining equipment, we also require state-of-the-art software. Manufacturing resource planning, engineering software such as SolidWorks and AutoCAD, and virtual GIBs to program our machines.
I'm Gary Kazmara. I've been at Schaefer Marine for 21 years. As the operations manager, I've seen lots of changes, including the CNC machines. We can produce good quality parts with speed and accuracy and repeatability. As an example, we can take a normal piece of tubing and we can turn it into a finished part that has hexes, slots, deep grooves, and bores.
So Fred, with our new water jet machine here, what are some of the advantages it provides us as a manufacturer?
Well, a water jet machine is a specialized machine. It's designed to cut metal, and it uses ultra-high pressurized water flowing from a very small nozzle at over 50,000 psi. And just before it departs the nozzle, garnet grit is introduced to do actually the cutting on the metal. So you're forcing this garnet grit against the metal under very high water pressure, and that cuts the part very, very efficiently. This is really important on complex parts, which would be very difficult to do in a bandsaw. Very slow to do complex shaped parts and chain plates, for instance, and do those with a bandsaw, and then you'd have to finish a really bad edge. So the edge we get is virtually sandblasted in nature, very smooth. And the other thing is we can actually use the water jet to put these holes in, and it's very efficient at punching a hole through the material and then making this hole around, and then getting all the hole spacings correct as we go down the part. It's just ideal for making fabrications like chain plates in short volume.
We here at Schaefer, we're all boat owners as well. We've done these projects. We understand how difficult they can be. We're here trying to make it easier for you and safer for you. Don't hesitate to call us or email us with any questions.
Here we are in the metal finishing room where your parts come after they're cut. This is the triangle backstay plate that you saw get cut. It comes back here directly from the water jet, and the first thing we do is cut off the nub that the water jet left. And then it gets tumbled in a ceramic media, and it gets semi-polished. All the corners get smooth and rounded over, and then it gets finished in a walnut shell media in a high-energy machine to get the buff finish. Now we get a lot of different parts back here in metal finishing, so some of them, this is a snatch block, which you might recognize. It comes back to us after it's been welded together. And you can see there's some scorch marks from the welding, and this piece has already been sanded along the outside strap. We do this because in the end we want this finish to be a highly buffed finish. Then it goes to our tumbling machine and it gets tumbled in a ceramic media. The ceramic media takes away all the welding marks, smooths out any rough edges, And then it goes on to the next process, which is a porcelain media. Then that media brings it up to a highly polished finish, and we actually hand buff the outside of these, and then it goes to our assembly department where it gets assembled into a finished snatch block. After the parts have left here, they either go on to our assembly department and get put together as in parts like the snatch block, or in chain plates. They're pretty much done when they leave this room, and they get sent directly to you, the customer.
My name is Scott. I've been working at Schaefer Marine for 22 years. And what we do here is all bolt parts for stainless steel and aluminum. The majority of the parts are production work. We do some cosmetic and custom work. Welding to me is artwork. I like artwork. I like to make stuff. I like to make stuff beautiful. After I do it, the finishing process comes out great, just like pieces of jewelry on a boat.
Quality control is an ongoing process here at Schaefer Marine. From getting certified materials in the door, to our relationships with our key vendors, and to our in-process gauging and fixturing and testing of parts. Along the way, some of the things we do are gauge testing. Such as this boom furler end fitting has a go, no-go gauge. And this gauge has to fit inside the machine part to ensure that along the rest of the process, everything will go together smoothly. We want to make sure that everything is right when it gets out the door to our final customer.
Hi, I'm Joy Rule. I've worked at Schaefer Marine for 20 years in sales and customer service. My husband and I sail a CNC 37R.
Here we are in the testing room at Schaefer Marine, where we pull test parts all the way to failure. We use load cells and a hydraulic ram, and what we do is, for example, here's a 50405 block we've set up in our pull fixture, and we're going to test that all the way to destruction. This block's rated at 1,750 pound safe working load, and we've tested it well above 3,500 pounds. And here's one we tested all the way to destruction. As you can see, many of the parts bent and deformed before the block actually failed. The pin bent, the cheeks bent out, the head post deformed, and you can see the cheeks are actually bent a little bit. All this happened while the block was still functioning and before it ultimately failed well above the 1,750 pound safe working load. That's what happens with all metal construction blocks. You can see them deform before they fail. We do testing here at Schaefer Marine on a continuous, ongoing basis. Not only our products that are already in the field, but also new products and competitors' products as well.
Everything we receive from an outside vendor gets a quality control check.
We also do a lot of non-destructive testing here at Schaefer Marine. We test all of our stainless steel pad eyes and castings for voids that might be in the material that are not visible to the naked eye. Historically, we've done it with film x-rays, and today we do it with digital x-rays. You can see, for an example, this is a part that was rejected by the x-ray, but to the naked eye is just fine.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Francis. I've been working here about 38 years, 10 of them in this department. This is where we do the final quality control. We check each part as we put it on the packaging, bag it up, put them in boxes, bring them down there, and they go into a stock room, and then they pick them up in the stock room, put them in the orders down and ship them.
Well, you've seen how it's made here at Schaefer. We take a great deal of pride in our products, and we take a great deal of pride in having things in stock for you, for our dealers, and more importantly for you, the end user. If you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear it.